Councilman Nash was born in '85, was he?
So you think about it, if we're doing $25,000, do they wanna put it towards air packs, do they wanna put it towards trucks?
Well, it's kind of hard to say, do you want to put it toward this or that, when we're obligated for both?
I think you need to put $50,000 in the general fund budget for extra for fire equipment. I said 100, but I go along. We'll try 50.
Well,
What's your
There's
number?
already 25 going into that.
I understand. I'm thinking 50 more. What do you think?
anything, it just needs to be put in there.
All right, plug 50 in. Try that.
Of local funds.
General fund money. Yeah. I know. I'm grimacing too. I mean, if the camera didn't
Is
see
that in
it,
addition to the 140?
the 140 spent. Air packs.
Oh, you're doing 50 for a truck?
Yeah.
Got it.
50 for fire department equipment.
We're gonna figure in, work on.
All right, I'm sorry.
Well, we've got to find some relief on our county obligations.
He ain't gonna find it. It's gonna take some elections to take care of that. He's not gonna find it.
Well, it would be easy to do. Now, of course, it's heresy to what I'm about to say, I guess, is just don't service outside of town.
Well, if John Swivington's house is on fire,
Well,
I can't sit there and say we're not gonna send our equipment.
Irby's house,
Irby, David Lee,
that's right.
Jane
All
Ferguson,
your friends.
my brother-in-law. I mean,
Okay, I
this is like the Canadian thing. There's more people that live in a mile circle around Blackstone that live in Blackstone.
But if a fire was that hot and that many chestnuts were in the fire, all of a sudden, there'd be a hell of a lot more action than there is right now.
Well, maybe so, but it's the problem is we have a forum here where people can come up and raise Cain and call us crooks, racists, liars, whatever they want to do, and we're not the ones that need to be doing it to. They need to be going over to Nottaway and getting on their case.
Well, I understand.
I'm talking about District 5 residents, our constituents, because they're paying double taxes, and people outside of town. Like I said, if you really hovered over an aircraft, there's more people that live in a mile and a half radius than that live in town, and those people are paying for half. Those people pay for half of the fire service, or not even that. They don't even pay that. They pay 10%. What's fire department budget?
$200,000.
$200,000 in
60 of it is from county source.
let's say it's $200,000, and then when you add in $150,000 a year for equipment,
Yeah.
so it's $350, right?
They got an operating budget of about 200.
So let's say it costs $350,000 a year, right? So you and I are paying taxes on $350,000 that all those outer rim Blackstonians aren't paying, and until you get people in your ward, in our ward, go storm Nottaway, it's not gonna change because they're sitting back. The good old boys are sitting back. Well, them boys in Blackstone ain't gonna they ain't gonna let John Swivington's house burn down. Yep. And we're not. And there's no votes here. There's no votes. There's no votes here to say we're not going out of town.
I think you are gonna see an increase in the decal money. It's been decreasing since I've been here.
That's right,
That's a
because
joke.
of the collection. Tomo brought that up.
They have that March collection, when we talked about it last council meeting, I said, the board of supervisors need to collect their decal fees in December when people pay for
Hey,
property. She said they were, you're gonna see an appreciable increase in decal money.
Have we ever sent? Okay, let's just say that. Just again, this is concept. This is not you go find the numbers. Have we ever said that 61% of the calls go outside the limit, and it costs the town of Blackstone $400,000 a year to run that department? We need a contribution for you which would roughly, what would that be, of $240,000. Have we ever done that?
I mean, me and Ronnie had it at the lunch table.
Yeah, but that's not what I'm talking about.
Formally, I don't know.
I think that the 8 of us should go to their next year's budget meeting and stand up and say, this is what it costs the town of Blackstone for us to service your constituents.
I think you go to them and say, we've got $900,000 of capital cost the fire department's requested. We need some relief.
Right,
We
We
need
do.
some relief.
we do.
We need $200,000 for these air packs. We need $200,000 for a truck. We need
Well-
some relief. Now, their response is gonna be, well, if we do that for you, what are we gonna do for crew?
Well, then you know what, you need to do it for crew.
And you gotta decide what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
They need to decide what they're gonna
And
do.
that's your responsibility there too, not,
If we can substantiate it. Now, if crew can't substantiate that they need certain
I think they're a
equipment.
little more of a volunteer
Right.
fundraising kind of
Right.
organization. I don't know where they get their money. I don't know how.
Well, I'm sure Norfolk Southern is
that
a
may be-
very good
yeah,
contributor.
But
But my point is, until we send them a letter from council, they're deliberating their budget now.
again, I mean, the town of Blackstone's done everything to everybody for years, dispatching, and now, that may have been the town.
Well, hey, look, I lost that vote, but I don't want to give the rescue squad any more than the county crew in Burkeville does. But I lost that vote, and that's fine. But you're right. When does this stuff stop? And the rank and file people that don't like to come to the podium, I'm tired of them chewing my butt. I know the Colburns say that doesn't count. They don't come up here to the podium, that their voice doesn't count. But when they call me and chew my butt out, it counts. The people that voted for me, so
I don't think there's, I or you or anybody before us has an answer to all those county-related questions. I don't.
But I you know what? I know this is what we're dealing with. I think I would make a recommendation to council that we send a letter to the chairman of the board of supervisors that this is our annual expense and this percentage is going towards county residents, your constituents, and we are requesting whatever this $160,000 is to offset the town's expense to cover your constituents. I'm recommend. What? Right, but I'm saying residents outside, your constituents outside the town that aren't being taxed to help us. I'm going to make that recommendation to
They will
council.
claim that the decal money's coming,
I don't care what they claim.
$60,000.
I think that I want to get the word out to all 5 wards that we are paying, and these people outside the town are not, and it's not fair.
Predominance of your calls are outside.
Okay, so would you come up with this? I move we make this recommendation to council. You second? So you'll get facts and figures that we want the mayor to write a letter requesting for whatever the percentage of out of town is, we want it in a check.
you think we ought to publish that letter? in
You
the
damn
paper?
right.
Publish the letter. in the
And
paper.
and part of my motion is that this letter is published in the Courier Record.
That way, they can't just put it under the desk.
Okay? I'm ready to wage war. I'm ready to take the fight to them.
Sound like Trump and Korea.
Well, whatever you want to call it, but it cannot continue. It is not sustainable that the town,
It is not a sustainable model.
no, it is not. It is not. And we need to, whatever we need to do, we need to stop messing around and we need to go ahead, and it's our responsibility as the electeds to find a sustainable solution. Am I correct? That is our responsibility.
I'm gonna hit you with one last item.
Okay?
Last item is paving roads in the cemetery.
Okay?
I think that ought to be delayed until we solve some of these other
We got
things. Reason is,
under $100,000.
I drove through them yesterday with Conway. Conway came down and we were just driving around. This cemetery looks as nice today as I've seen it for a long time. It's clean. And I commented to Conway, one of our next projects is to do these roads and put some asphalt down out here. However, they're gonna have to take a back seat
We know that was one of Mr. Hammer's interests.
to a lot of our other work. He said, yeah, I totally agree.
Do you want to replace the signs this year? It comes out of cemetery fund money. I mean, it's not like you gotta pull it from somewhere else. We can just show revenue from the cemetery operating reserve if you want to do.
For the
some-
roads,
Yeah, well, I don't think you got enough to do all the roads. No,
well,
you got less than a
Well,
how
hundred.
much money you got you can spend?
Let's knock the signs out and then come up with a plan next year, start putting some money aside to do it. We gotta get
Well,
through
let me
this year.
ask you, why would the signs be worth more than the road?
The signs, you can't even read the signs.
$16,000 for the signs.
Yeah, and you
They're
can't-
old and beat
you
up,
can't
like
read 'em.
the rest of them, and we have factored that in, but I think Mr. Hammer was like, well, guys, I think we need to do the roads before we do the signs, and that's. what came
I'm
up
not
with
sure,
that.
I don't agree. But that's, I mean, I'm flexible on it, but it's just a matter of opinion.
The signs look kind of scratchy.
Well,
Terrific.
so the roads look a little scratchy.
And I
You
knew
don't
we
ride-
could patch
you don't-
that one place where we put the culvert in.
You don't ride on the signs, you know.
I'd take signs down, but if you're not gonna replace them, take them down. They're so bad. You can't read
They're
some of them.
pretty tough, they're
You can't read them.
cockeyed.
Yeah, cockeyed, and to me,
And either way, it's fine, and it's not a big shift of money. If you say we're gonna do signs, we got $16,000, we take $15,000 out of the thing. I don't have enough money in the operating reserves of the cemetery to fully do the road project, which was estimated at $164,000. From $60,000 short.
I'm asking you to do the signs this year and figure out a way to do the roads next year. Because, mostly because of the cost.
How much the signs you?
16 grand, and
16, I think, was the estimate we got.
and it will make it'll make a noticeable difference. That's what I'd like to do.
I'll go along with it.
Okay. The only other item is, do we recommend plugging in the chief's salary increases?
I looked at that and I looked at it and I looked at it. And I have not sold myself on that completely.
You've got that in there, don't you, Jennifer?
It's already plugged in.
It's already plugged in,
Okay. All right.
but
They,
Leo's is not.
Huh?
Nothing with Leo's is in here.
I don't see any Leos this year.
Yeah, I don't.
I don't see it. I mean, you?
We'll put that much money aside for fire trucks, it's gonna be tough. We're gonna take all that full amount of money and 50 grand? I think that's your Leo's right there.
You want to take it out if it's already plugged in?
The raises, not Leo's, the raises are already in.
The raises are already in. Leave it in. See how this shakes out?
Yeah.
Leave it in. Okay. Leave it in and see how this shakes out.
I'm not
What is your
really
recommendation?
with it, but.
It's your department.
Worst case scenario, leave it in
Okay.
there. And then let the council decide exactly how we're gonna.
Well,
Because we're gonna have to sit down on this merit increase.
Listen, when you say let the council decide, you know what the decision is. They already know.
The council will probably be in favor of.
okay.
If you take it to the police employment committee, I suspect the recommendation will probably be.
No, this is a financial. This is financial. This is here. Okay. This is here. This is now. Leave it in there. And the things is any other things we need to talk
How
about?
much did it come up to, Jennifer? Those raises?
A difference?
Yeah, is it a net?
I didn't do that part of it, I just told up with
I think we've covered a lot of ground and we've aggravated the hell out of her. Let her replug this in, and
it.
you know what I'm saying. And then we'll get together again. Is that okay with you, Sam?
I can live with it, yeah.
And I really don't have a problem if you get this done and then individually contact us before we have to get back together. And then you can take some input and we'll kind of throw it around and we'll get back together again. Okay?
But we're gonna try to get together next week for what we're gonna put in the council pack.
Correct. And I'll invite Mr. Nash or Mr. McCure to join us with one of the two. Okay?
Okay.
Is that good with you? Sorry we're doing a little banner in here, but
No, just But I'm glad I can speak to you and tell you the truth, and what my opinion is.
That's exactly what I want. Exactly what I want. I mean, I don't think you had that the last council, but I want you, your opinion is valued. It's just as electeds, we look at it a little differently. We feel like we have a responsibility to, I'm not kidding around about this. I want to send them a letter, and then I would like to continue a meeting for all of us to go, and the mayor be the speaker, and us sit right behind him, and say the day has come when this is an unsustainable policy.
But I'd like all this in the paper ahead of time.
Right.
And if we have to buy an ad to get it there,
That's fine.
we do
What do they do with the school budget? And this is a side question. My wife got something on Facebook or something from Billy that the board of supervisors really slashed the school's request.
I don't read the paper,
Yeah.
so I don't know. I don't know.
We good? Let's go eat.
it. Yeah, they don't need to reprint this every time we turn around, do we?
Well, she